8 players, 7 of them are honest, one of them is a cheater. Will the honest players find the cheater and win the money, or will the cheater take it all for themselves? Welcome to Lie, Cheat, and Steal.
How dare you impugn my fever?
Why didn't you listen to me?
All I heard was sexy babysitter.
And we have 8 players tonight competing for the money. One of them has already been made a cheater. Their goal is to find that player and vote them out of the game. Tonight's contestants are Joe, Amanda, Susan, Tom, John, Allie, Jared, and Nate. So we'll get started with our first 2 questions, see how much they can add to the bank, and see if they can find the cheater. They have been finding the cheater fairly early recently. Maybe the trend will continue. First question of the night. Name the 10 most quotable TV shows, according to Watch Mojo. 30 seconds to talk about it as a team, then we'll go to Joe for his answer. Go.
Friends,
The Office.
Oh, Friends.
30 Rock.
and
Seinfeld.
Schitt's Creek, or is that just memes?
Simpsons, probably number 1.
Since it's good.
I would bet The Simpsons is.
about South Park, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Arrested
Seinfeld.
Development.
Arrested Development, I think, is up there.
It is in my world.
Meet the Press.
I mean, it's been on long enough by just
Tucker
by
Carlson.
Just playing the odds.
How would you with my friends? Are you ready to beat the press? Joe, you're first. Give me a quotable TV show.
I'm going to play it safe and say Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, number 2, $1. Amanda,
I'm gonna go with The Office.
The Office, number 6, $3 for you.
Someone leave this in
Susan,
for me because I'm last.
I'm going to try Arrested Development.
number 3, Arrested Development. Yep.
Always money in the banana stand.
Tom,
I'm going to say Friends.
Friends. Were they on a break from choosing Friends? No, number 5, 250. I wonder if in 20 years Friends would still be on this list. I don't know.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not going to age well and already
I
is.
hope for the
John,
I'm gonna go with The Simpsons.
The Simpsons is of course number 1. 50 cents. Allie,
I think I'm gonna go with Breaking Bad, if only for the word bitch.
Breaking Bad. Yeah. Number 4, $2. It got quoted a lot. Jared.
Wondering if I should roll over to Nate here.
His mouth's full. I say do it. Just
I'll
think
say
about it.
Family Guy.
Family Guy. No, sorry. It could have just stolen from The Simpsons and been number 1, but Nate.
Well, I think 30 Rock has got to be on there, but I'm wondering if Futurama is too, and I don't know which will be higher, but I'm going to go with 30 Rock.
30 Rock is number 7. Very good.
All right. We got the first
Futurama
7.
was not there. Let's see the other 3 that were. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
Oh,
it's politics, bitch.
That wasn't Breaking Bad? Okay.
No, but it probably
Community?
could have been.
Yeah.
That was
And
Meet the
Game of
Press.
Thrones. Yeah. Jesse Pinkman
I
hosted
know.
the best.
I never saw Game of Thrones.
Neither did I. I don't do zombies.
That it's not a zombie show.
Wait, no, it's not. It's the other
Walking
one.
Dead.
The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
That's how good I am at this game, y'all.
Moving on. Name the movie by the final line of its Wikipedia plot synopsis. Kevin then watches Marley reuniting with his son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter. He, Leia, C-3PO, and R2-D2 observe as Lando and Chewbacca depart on the Falcon to find Han. The car slowly drives away as thousands of birds watch ominously. Ruby signs, I love you so much. Literal translation, I really love you to them as they drive away. A woman at the theater whispers Silencio. After they leave, Larry transforms into Milton, who declares vanity definitely my favorite sin. It is noted that as of 2015, banks are selling CDOs again under a new label, Bespoke Trans Opportunity. Before she leaves, Bill reveals his feelings and they kiss. The families in the Monsignor then adjourn to the dining room for dinner. And Margaret and Debbie have become wives of the master and all are asleep. That's the final sentence in the Wikipedia plot synopsis. 30 seconds, then we'll go to Amanda. Go.
I
Home Alone.
literally
I
can
know
only think of one of
Empire.
these.
And none of the
I
others.
It's
didn't know.
Empire.
Marley, Empire Strikes Back, The Birds,
Coda.
Coda,
Which one's Coda?
Mulholland Drive,
Silencio.
Mulholland
Jesus.
Drive. 6 is the
Devil's
not
Advocate.
the Devil's Advocate. The Big Short is 7. I don't know, 8, 9, 10.
Time. Okay. Amanda, you're first.
I didn't know most of these, but I want to guess number 3 was the birds because that's very.
Yes, the birds. Very good. The original ending was that the Golden Gate Bridge, I think, was going to be filled with birds, and it was just too expensive to film. Susan.
Going to say the one that I knew with confidence by myself, which was number 5. That's Mulholland Drive.
Yes, Mulholland Drive. Tom.
Number 6 is Devil's Advocate.
Yep, Devil's Advocate. Or I'll shock Tom knew the lawyer movie. John.
I actually know 10. I'm going with Manos Hand of Fate.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Wow.
What?
Famous Mystery Science Theater
Oh my God.
movie. Literal translation, Hands. The Hands
I
of
didn't know
Fate.
they had names other than Torgo.
They announced.
They have names in the script. They probably did actually have names mentioned on screen. Allie.
Okay. I really only know one of these, but someone had said number 7 was The Big Short, and that's my industry. So I'm going to say that's a yes.
The Big Short is correct.
Okay, good. I did watch that movie.
I watched it. It was a nice 2-hour nap.
Oh no, I
You're
thought it
right.
was a great movie, but again, I literally work in finance, so
Great pub scene.
fascinating to me. We're not in
Jared, I
another
know you knew
2000.
10
We're
too,
not in
but
another
go ahead.
2008, just in case anybody.
I did
Bigger,
not
too
know
short.
10.
All right.
Number 4 is Coda.
Yes, Coda. Nate.
2 is Empire Strikes Back.
Yep. And Joe.
I don't remember anybody saying the answer to number 1, and I don't know that one, so that's embarrassing.
You can roll over.
I will roll over. Yeah, I'll roll over to
Who
Nate.
to? All right, Nate.
Okay, it's Marley.
Marley. Okay.
That's no. The name of the movie is not Marley. I'm sorry. No.
What?
No. That's
Home
Home
Alone.
Alone.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, the old guy's name is Marley.
Sure.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Okay.
Old Man Marley.
I don't even remember that.
The
You think it was
shoveler.
Marley and Me or what? Spoiler alert about how that movie ends.
I kept thinking the
Oh.
Christmas Carol, but there's not a Kevin in that.
8 is It, and 9 is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
I actually didn't see Marley and Me. I just thought it was Marley and Me because that was the name in it.
In the bank at the end of round 1, $51. Both cheat are out of the game, and you get to hold on to all of that. If not, we cut it in half. Here are your totals for the round. Who would like to make an accusation?
John did get that number 10 answer.
I mean, has anyone else heard of that movie ever? Is that just me? Manos, Hand of.
I've heard of it.
No
I've
one
never seen it.
recognizes. Got the giant robe with the 2 red hands on it. No one. Okay.
Brian,
Everyone
Even
in
your
my
brother's
industry
not
watches
defending you here.
terrible movies.
You guys really don't want to see the John Jared face-off, do you? You're just quick to get one of them out of the game.
Oh my gosh. Max, you're fine.
Anyone add anything before we vote? I will add that John's dog before tonight was named HBO Max.
Oh.
need the 8 of you to please lock in your votes.
We are offering coupons.
Votes are in. Time to see who the first player leaving the game will be if they found the cheater. Keep all that $51. Joe, we'll start with you.
I said John.
One for John. Amanda, who'd you say?
I said Allie because she said her battery was dying and she didn't want to stay that long.
I have like an hour.
Susan, who'd you say?
I said Allie so she can take a bath.
Thank you.
Tom.
Cruel. I said John.
To John, to Allie, coming out swinging. John?
I said Jared because only 12 people have seen CODA.
It was the best
You
freaking
went with
picture, dude.
Manos, the Hands
I
of
know.
Fate, and you're mad that he knew Best Picture winner from last year, CODA.
I know, right? I knew CODA. I knew it was CODA.
Allie, what'd you say?
I said John because I couldn't get past that answer.
You're reading for John. Jared?
Well, I said John, and I don't feel bad about it now.
And Nate?
I also said John.
5 for
Yep.
John. He is out of the game decisively. Simply for knowing Manos, the Hands of Fate, it would appear. John, it is now the moment of the Hands of Fate, and we have to know. Were you the cheater?
No, you heathens.
He's
You
not the
uncultured
cheater.
swine.
He's just a fanboy of Manos.
The vote is so overwhelming, you are no longer allowed to speak either.
What even is Manos?
7 players left. Cheater's still in the game. We'll be right back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 7 players left in the game. 1 honest player voted out. Talk about your rollover here, which one of you has already used. If you don't know an answer or you want to put another player on the spot, use your rollover. Pass your turn to them. You can use that once over the course of the game. Next question coming up. Name the 10 most recent Supreme Court justices to leave the bench. Number 1 is the most recent, and number 10 is the 10th most recent. And I just checked. Sadly, Clarence Thomas is still there. 30 seconds to talk about it. Then we'll go to Susan. Go.
I mean, death counts, right? So that's RBG.
Yes.
Okay.
Benton and Scalia.
There's my contribution.
Who's the one that just recently left?
Breyer.
Yeah, Breyer.
Breyer. Rehnquist?
Alito, not Alito, Scalia.
Rehnquist
Kennedy.
was a while ago.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
Kennedy.
Good.
Day O'Connor. Brennan.
Time. Okay. Susan, you're first.
I'm going to go with William Rehnquist.
William Rehnquist, number 8. So we have about an
You
idea of where we're
stole
shooting
my
for here.
answer.
Number 4. Tom's gonna have to go higher than that now. Tom.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall. No, he's still on there. No, he did leave, but he is not one of the 10 most recent. No.
No.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, he's not one of the 10 most recent. Allie.
Wow. RBG is the only one I knew for sure, but someone said Sandra Day O'Connor, so I'm going with her.
Sandra Day O'Connor, who is still alive, but she is the 7th most recent to leave the bench. At least some people quit while they're still alive. Dianne Feinstein. Okay, Jared, what do you think?
Yeah, what do I say? David Souter.
David Souter, number 6. Very good. Also still alive. But not watching this show because he doesn't have a computer. Nate.
I have to say Scalia.
Scalia, number 4. Joe.
Kennedy.
Kennedy is number 3. And Amanda.
Alito.
Nope, Alito's still on there. Unfortunately.
You wouldn't know it because none of his votes count anymore.
Breyer, no most recent. RBG. John Paul Stevens. Top 2 are very tough because they're not from my lifetime. I never would have gotten them. Henry Blackman and Byron White.
Byron Whizzer White.
But they were more recent than Thurgood Marshall, so.
Yep. Well, they left more recently than Thurgood Marshall. Yeah, they probably were a lot older than.
Well, Rehnquist left office in like 2005.
Right. Yeah. And the other 2 were The one's
Oh,
replaced by Ginsburg and somebody else.
Yeah, because
Name
2000.
any movie starring these celebrity couples. So it has to be any movie that has both of them in it. Cameos count. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr., Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, Angelica Houston and Jack Nicholson, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, Jessica Tandy and Hume Cronin, Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick, and Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. They don't have to have been a couple at the time, but in most cases they were. 30 seconds, then we'll go to Tom. Go.
Eyes wide shut.
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham.
Yeah, Bull Durham.
Um,
Shawshank too,
Scooby-Doo.
right? Weren't they both in Shawshank?
Overboard.
I don't know. Overboard's 4. 5 is Ali. 7 is Bonfire of Vanities. Is the Matthew Broderick one like Godzilla or something stupid like that?
If it has Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker, it is probably pretty stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it wasn't a dramatic, masterpiece.
All right. Tom, you're first.
Okay, I may know 9, but I'm pretty sure I know 8, and that is Cocoon.
Yeah, Cocoon, very good. Also, Batteries Not Included, The World According to Garp. They were in about 8 movies together. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I
They
didn't
were
even
married
know
a
they
long
did
time.
a World According to Garp movie.
Yep. Allie.
Yeah, Robin Williams.
I'm embarrassed that this is my answer, but I was a 90s teen, so I'm going to say Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. were in She's All That.
Yeah, she has a small cameo and She's All That. Very good. They were also in Scooby-Doo and I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, they were both in Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
Are they
Jared.
still together? Does anybody know if
They
they're
are,
still
yeah.
together?
Yeah. They're still
Wow.
together.
As of game time, yeah, sure.
I would say I didn't get their Christmas card this year. I don't know.
All right, number 6 is Prizzy's Honor.
What?
Chrissy's Honor, Postman Always Rings Twice, and The Crossing Guard. Very good.
I'm a John Huston fan.
Yeah. Neat.
7 is Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yeah, very good. They've been in a bunch together. Also, Sleepless, The Thing You Do, Larry Crown. Yeah. Joe.
I think I heard someone say 5 was Ali.
Yeah, they were in Ali together. Also, if you had a cameo in Men in Black 3.
I did say that. You're welcome.
Yeah. Amanda.
Number 4 is Overboard.
Overboard. Also, The Christmas Chronicles and Swing Shift. Yeah. And Susan.
I'm gonna try for 9, The Woodsman.
Yeah, very good. They're both in The Woodsman.
Oh, Murder in the First. I knew that one too.
Yep. And also Murder in the First. Yeah.
I don't know that
All
one.
right. Very good round. Obviously, 1 and 2 we get. Eyes Wide Shut, Far and Away, Days of Thunder. Susan Sarandon not in The Shawshank Redemption, but they're both in Bull Durham, Bob Roberts, and The Player. Sarah Jessica Parker was not in Godzilla. They were both in New Year's Eve and The Strangers with Candy.
Okay.
Not based on the sketch show, believe it or not. They were just both strangers with candy, and they filmed them.
These were ironically both spin-offs of Sex and the City.
In the bank at the end of round 2, 8150. There are your totals. Who are we suspicious of now?
I would have been suspicious of Jared if he wasn't actually a John Huston fan, but we
I
knew
thought
that.
you were going to say a Schwer.
That is why we are suspicious of him.
I always want to be suspicious of Susan, but then every time I think about it, she's just really smart.
Yeah. Problem. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Anyone want to add anything?
I feel like Amanda's flying below her normal average, just skillfully.
Or those are just not questions at my alley.
She
No
does
Disney
have that
questions yet.
cursed token in the room.
Is the Nicolas Cage pillow in the room with us? Oh, it is. Okay. My fault. I gave it away as a surprise. I need the 7 of you to please lock in your vote. Vote has been cast. Time to see if you have found the cheater. Nate, what do you think?
Oh, who did I say? I think I said Amanda. I don't really believe in it, but I had to pick someone.
Jared.
Like Santa
I said
Claus.
Allie.
What'd you say, Amanda?
Like it's Santa Claus. I don't really believe in it.
I was gonna say it's like going to church for the kids, yeah. Allie, who'd you say?
I said Jared because he said me.
All right. That's 3. Tom.
I said Nate because when it came time to vote, I was reading Nate's Francis Bacon story, which is one of my favorite stories.
That's why you voted for him? Okay.
Yes.
He told a story I liked. That's why I'm voting out John Steinbeck.
He figures if he
I was
votes me
just
out,
thinking of
I'll have
Nate.
more time to devote to sharing funny things.
Susan, who'd you say?
I have no idea what's going on, so I voted for Tom.
Fair enough. Amanda?
I voted for Allie because she still needs her bath.
2 for Allie and Joe.
I also voted for Allie because she was the second biggest vote getter last time.
Fair enough. 3 for Allie, and she has been voted out of the game. Now it's the moment of truth. Allie, were you the cheater?
If I say yes, does everybody get to go take a bath? Because it's yes.
Yes, you were the cheater. Very nicely done to at least 3 of you. 8150 in the bank. What was it because she got she's all that, or was it something else?
Nah, I believe she got all that.
Okay. Because that
Yeah.
that was not the most famous one where they both were in. Okay. 8150 in the bank. We come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. There will be a new cheater. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. For the break, our players found the cheater, which means they keep all the money in their bank, 8150, and a new cheater has been assigned. See if they can find the cheater again. Play our next 2 questions, see what they can do. I need you to name the 10 scariest product mascots of all time, past or present, and multiple can be from the same company, according to a 2011 Time article. 30 seconds to talk about it. Then we're going to go to Jared for his answer. Go.
Oh yeah, I remember that article.
Keebler elves, the Charmin bears, the Quaker Oat guy, Ronald McDonald, the Michelin man. I don't know what they want.
The Hamburglar,
The Mucinex booger.
the Burger King, terrifying.
Oh,
the
right.
Burger King. Yeah, oh
The
man.
Burger King was more like recent commercials that I was trying to
Oh,
remember. That was
so
2011.
Jack in the Box.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The Domino's thing, the Noid.
The Noid.
Oh, monkey on Quiznos.
Time. Okay, Jared, you're first.
Oh, geez. So many good options now. I thought I had my answer. Now I'm wondering what to say first. I'll say Jack in the Box.
Jack of Jack in the Box is number 3, 150. Nate.
As soon as it left my mouth, I'm like, crap, does he have a name?
Yeah, really. I'm gonna say the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar is number 4. This was
The
probably
old
before the
school one or
sexy
the new
Hamburglar.
sexy one?
It's the original, only slightly sexy Hamburglar.
I don't know which part of that, which one of those would be more scary, actually.
Both.
Joe.
Just for fun, I'm gonna guess something that I don't think should be on there, but could be. The Snuggle Bear.
The Snuggle Bear. No, does not make the board. No. But everyone's
I
gonna be
could
looking
see
behind their
people
back
doing
the
it.
next time they do laundry.
He's
Amanda.
his heart.
Well, we love Grimace, so let's go with Grimace.
Grimace. No. Article was written by Gerald Rimis, so perhaps it was just a
I request the mulligan.
propaganda piece. Susan.
Yeah, I'm going with the Noid because he scares me.
The Noid. Yeah, don't look up the story of why they discontinued that mascot. Number 5,
Uh-oh.
250.
Oh, now I have to. What?
No, you don't. It's sad. I'm telling you, it's
Oh
sad.
no, now I really have to.
Tom,
This is Jared.
I'm going to say the Burger King King.
number one, the Burger King King. Take a look at the other ones here.
Must have
The
disassociated them.
Sponge Monkeys from Quiznos. The Kool-Aid Man. Count Chocula.
He's not
Oh, no way.
Ronald McDonald. This is my opinion. I would not have done it this way, but this is how the person wrote the real list. The original Ronald McDonald, played by Willie Scott, and the Michelin Man, which I think someone said, and then no one went with.
Someone did say that.
Yeah, I said Michelin Man and Ronald McDonald.
Did the original Ronald McDonald just walk into random restaurants and celebrate people's 100 birthdays?
If you're eating at McDonald's, you didn't live to 100.
Who played these characters in Reservoir Dogs? Mr. Pink, Mr. Blonde, Mr. White, Mr. Orange, Mr. Brown, Nice Guy Eddie, Joe Cabot, Mr. Blue, the K-Billy DJ, and Marvin Nash. Now you're probably happy you kept Jared around. 30 seconds, and then we'll go to Nate. Go.
Pink is Buscemi, blonde is Michael Madsen, and white is Keitel. Harvey Keitel.
Tim Roth for Orange, and Tarantino for Brown.
Tarantino's Brown.
Nice Guy Eddie is Chris Penn.
Hmm.
And I'm lost north of that.
Oh, the DJ. It's Stephen Wright, because it's just his voice. I remember.
All right, Nate, you're first.
The DJ voice is Stephen Wright.
Yeah, I figured someone would remember that. Yeah, Stephen Wright, very good.
Wow.
$9. Hard to miss that voice. Joe.
He's droning on about the Partridge Family or something.
Yes.
Okay, the highest one I remember someone saying was 6. I think they said Chris Penn.
Chris Penn is correct, yeah. Somehow not in the discussion of best Chris. Amanda.
Well, I've only watched this once, but I think they said Mr. Brown was Tarantino.
Yeah, Mr. Brown, Quentin Tarantino. Can't help but put himself in his own movie. Susan.
He did do an act time.
Jared said Mr. Orange was Tim Roth.
Tim Roth, Mr. Orange.
I've never seen this movie.
Tom.
I've never seen this movie either, so the only one I remember someone saying is Steve Buscemi is Mr. Pink.
Yes, and he complains about being Mr. Pink. Very good.
The only scene I remember.
I've seen
I mean, the Steve Buscemi scenes are the best part of almost any Steve Buscemi movie. Jared.
Mr. White, Harvey Keitel.
Mr. White, Harvey Keitel. Yes. Mr. Blonde was Michael Madsen.
I was just glad that the turn stretched back around to me before we ran out of the colors.
Yeah. Joe Cabot was Lawrence Tierney, who was impossible to work with on that. Also played Elaine's father on Seinfeld, where he was impossible to work with. Pulled a knife on Jason Alexander.
What?
There was something about that in the news lately.
Mr. Blue was played by real-life criminal Edward Bunker, and Marvin Nash was Kirk Baltz, aka I needed to find a 10th character, and that's a tough one. In the bank at the end of round 3. $116. Find the new cheater. Keep all of that again. Very impressive. Move that line over because we have a new cheater. And who are you suspicious of? Don't make me start taking money.
Someone say me. Come on.
I think Susan.
Good.
Yeah,
Why Susan?
That was easy.
Because she's the only Canadian in the game right now.
That's reasonable.
They're flapping heads full of lies.
Well, and we know Fletch isn't the cheater. He told us.
Susan, defend yourself.
I'm not the cheater.
That's what all you Canadians
Open and
say.
shut case.
True. We say it a
Confuse
lot.
anybody?
No.
Anyone else want to add anything before we vote? Okay. Need the 6 of you to lock in your vote. Votes are in. Let's see if you found the cheater again. Joe, we'll start with you.
I said Amanda.
Amanda, who'd you say?
I said Tom because he
Okay.
needs to go to ballet.
Jared, who'd you say?
I said Amanda.
2 for Amanda. Nate?
I said Susan. It started out as a joke, but my brain is very impressionable. It believed what I said.
Tom, what'd you say?
I said Susan because I'm still upset about that Canada versus US game we had a few months ago.
Which I believe Brick won? Okay.
He did.
2 for Susan, 2 for Amanda. Susan, who'd you say on behalf of all Canada?
Oh no, not on behalf of all Canada. Not even on behalf of me. I voted for Amanda.
Amanda, that is 3, and she is out of the game. We have to know, Amanda, were you the cheater?
Nope. I just knew things or didn't know things on my own accord.
Not the cheater. I'm sorry. You lose half your bank. 57.90 remains. When we come back, 5 remaining players are going to make a go for immunity. Be right back. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 5 players left in the game, which means it is time for the round 4 immunity challenge. Our players will get a question with many answers, and the last player left standing giving right answers wins immunity for the round. In addition, there is a money component to this. If, as a team, they come up with 5 answers, that's $10. 10 is 20. 15 is 30. 18 is 50, and it's been a while since it's been won, so if they sweep the board, get 20 answers, they add $100 to our bank. Most importantly, whoever's left at the end of the round wins immunity and cannot be voted off this round. So, back to the top of the order, Joe will get to go first. Your question is, Parks and Recreation characters who have appeared on 10 or more episodes. Joe, you're first.
We'll just start with Leslie. No.
Leslie is correct. Yeah, I feel like the first couple are going to be easy here, and then it might get a little more challenging. Susan.
Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson is right. Tom.
Bill.
Bill? Let's see if Bill, I'm guessing you have not watched Parks and Recreation.
Playing the
I've
odds.
not watched it, and I never read the book either. I'm just guessing that there's a Bill on there.
No, I'm sorry. Bill is not one of the characters who appeared on 10 or more episodes of Parks and Recreation.
Great guess.
Bill Parks and Jim Recreation. Okay, down 4, Jared.
Just because it's about civics doesn't mean they did. I'm just a Bill.
April Ludgate.
April Ludgate is correct. Nate?
Tom Haverford.
Yep.
Tom, you could have just said Tom.
Yes. That's
why I was laughing.
But no, he went with Bill. All right, so back to you.
Andy.
Andy is right. Yep, we have 5. That's $10. Susan.
Anne.
Ann Perkins is right. 6.
Ann Perkins.
Yep. Jared.
Will you take Jerry?
Yes, that's what he's usually called.
Jerry, Gary, Larry, Terry.
Jerry, Larry, Gary is correct. Nate.
Ben.
Yep. Back to Joe.
There was a boring guy in the first couple seasons named Mark.
Yes, Mark Brandanowitz. The most pointless character, perhaps in sitcom history.
That's where I was wondering if that 10 episode threshold came into play.
Didn't feel like he was, but yeah. Susan.
Donna, I think was her name.
Donna is
Retta.
correct, yeah. We have 10. Jared.
Chris Traeger.
Yep.
Right.
Nate.
You've all left off the worst character of all, John Ralphio.
No, the worst character was Mark. But yeah, John Ralphio is
the worst.
That's 12, Joe.
I don't know if she was in 10 episodes, but speaking of the worst, Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, John Ralphio's sister, was not in 10 episodes.
Oh, no.
Shoot.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 8 or 9. It was right there. Down to 3 of you. Susan.
Craig?
Craig, played by Billy Eichner. He was in more than 10. Very good.
Oh yeah.
Jared.
Yeah, this is where 10 episodes is. I'm wondering, how about Jeremy Jam?
Yeah, Jeremy Jam was. Nate.
Yeah. What about Tom's ex-wife, Wendy?
Wendy is right. Yeah. You have 15. You banked $30.
I'm actually
5
surprised it
more.
was
You
over the
break
10,
it at
the 10
$100
episodes.
to your pot. Yeah, Susan.
I think, oh, I don't think he was on that many. The only person I can think of, I think Justin Thoreau played a character called Justin.
Justin Thrill was on the show. He was not on 10 episodes.
Not
No.
that many.
Down to just Jared and Nate. Jared.
I would be surprised if this was 10 episodes, but I'll say Purred Happily.
Oh, I thought I was gonna.
Purred Happily, outside of the main cast, was actually on the most episodes. He is correct.
Wow, he was there all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Small little pieces here and there, but yeah. Very good. Nate?
The only like the ex-wife thing had me thinking of Tammy 1 and 2, but Tammy 1 was definitely not. So I was going to say Tammy 2, but I think we're on the
Tammy
bubble.
2. Not on 10 episodes. No, sorry. Tough one. A lot of these were on 8, 9, 7. Jared has one. Immunity for the round.
Yeah, I was on my last answer.
Purd, like
You wanna take a
I had
guess?
just remembered Purd too. I was so happy that I'd come up with Purd. And I was like, he had to have been. He was on so many episodes.
Oh, am I taking guesses now?
You can keep
Oh.
guessing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
won't
you
hurt
can
you.
keep going.
Lil Sebastian.
Little Sebastian. No, he died on his second episode. Yeah. All right, let's
The
see what made the
memory
board.
of Lil Sebastian.
Okay.
You say he got mentioned in like 35 episodes.
But yeah. Joan Calamezzo, couple councilmen, Milton Hauser, Kyle, the guy at the shoe shine station, Shauna Malway Tweep, Chang and Rivers from Andy's band, Lucy, Ethel Beavers, Diane, yeah, Dr. Harris. $30 more.
With a different
That's
name.
$87.90 in your bank, and Jared won the immunity. So everyone else is potentially going to be voted off. Jared cannot be. Talk it out. Who do you think's the cheater?
Well, now I think it's Jared, but
Well, it's not. And additionally, I'm going to say I don't think it's Tom.
What if it is Tom?
Well, I know. What an alignment would that be? So lucky, but I don't think it is.
I want to throw out who they think it is, who can be voted for.
trying to remember who said what names. It was like, are those unlikely names to come up with?
I think Tom said Bill.
Tom said Bill.
Next time, Tom, just say your own name.
That's right.
Just Jason Derulo it. Yeah.
That was a different show. That was accounts receivable.
I need the 5 of you to please lock in your votes. Cannot vote for Jared. Votes are in. See if you have found the cheater. Jared has the immunity for the round, so we'll start with him.
With no amount of certainty or pleasure, I said Susan.
Okay. No pleasure in this game whatsoever. 1 for Susan. Susan, who'd you say?
With also no pleasure or certainty, I said Nate.
Okay. Nate?
I was gonna say Susan, but I'd already said Susan, so I said Joe, because when I don't know, I just try to spread it around. I hadn't said Joe yet.
All right. Joe, who'd you say?
Well, I said Nate, so I guess that's fair.
2 for Nate, 1 for Susan, 1 for Joe. Tom?
I said Bill. I mean Nate.
3 for Nate. He is out of the game.
Wow.
You have to know, Nate, were you the cheater?
I'm getting you all this money in the bank and you don't appreciate it. And I wasn't even the cheater.
Not the cheater. I'm sorry. $43.95. You lost half your money. When we come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal, our players will give 2 answers for every question. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 4 players left in the game and $43.95 in the bank. At this point, they can give 2 answers for every question. Hopefully, it'll help them find the
good.
cheater. In the 10 least visited U.S. states 2019, so right before the pandemic, 30 seconds. Then we're going to go to Susan for her first answer. Go.
Wyoming,
Iowa,
That's what I was going to say. That's where I'm from.
Kansas,
North Dakota,
Nebraska.
South Dakota,
Maybe like Delaware because it's so small, or Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Alaska because it's far.
Hard to get to.
Yeah.
I thought that, but like cruises and stuff departing.
Yeah. But they're
Yeah.
only seasonal.
Time. Okay, Susan, you're first.
I'm going to say Iowa.
Iowa, number 8. Number 8 for $4. Tom,
I'm going to say Nebraska.
number 9. Yeah, Nebraska, $4.50. Unless you want to see some corn, not much to do there. Jared,
Wyoming,
number 2, Wyoming.
Really?
Not enough Yellowstone visitors, I guess. Joe,
I'm going to say North Dakota.
North Dakota surprisingly does not make the board.
What?
I know. Yeah, I
could
thought
say
it
South
would too.
Dakota, but, you know.
Must be all the
Susan.
cross-border
bunch
shoppers
of
from
Fargo
Winnipeg.
fans.
Yeah,
Idaho.
Idaho. No, believe it or not.
Huh.
Tom,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. No. Jared,
Kansas,
not on the board. No. Joe,
Delaware.
yeah. Number 3 is Delaware, 150. This isn't exactly what I would have thought for some of these either, so it's a tougher question than it seems. Number 1, you said this, it was in Alaska. Montana, Vermont,
I would have not have guessed Vermont.
South Dakota, apparently less visitors than North Dakota.
It's so weird.
Well, I know. West Virginia, apparently not almost heaven. And Utah.
Utah. It's Canadians. That's why North Dakota.
Yeah, Canadians visiting the US. Yeah. What is the meaning of these Latin phrases? Carpe diem, veni vidi vici, quid pro quo, deus ex machina, dictum factum, cui bono, falamus gladio fortior, audentes fortuna iuvat, qui totum volt totum perdit, and alia iacta est. 30 seconds. Then we'll go to Tom for his first answer. Need to be pretty exact on these. Go.
seize the day, came, saw, conquer. And Tom, I assume you have most of these.
I do not.
Deus ex
Quid
machina
pro
is the
quo
god in the
is
machine.
something
God's in
for
the machine.
something.
Alia iacta est is the die is cast.
Keep going.
And she was just saying the die has been cast. She's voting you out. Tom, you're first.
Um, Deus ex machina is yeah, God from the machine.
Yep. Very good. $4. And then all the answers came down to all the players and they won all the money. The end. Jared.
2 is I came, I saw, I conquered.
Yes. $2. Joe.
Carpe diem, seize the day.
Yep. We've all seen Dead Poet Society. Susan.
Did no one believe me that alia iacta est means the die is cast?
We're letting you have it. It was
I just
The
didn't
die has been
Oh.
cast.
I didn't want to steal your $10, Susan.
Oh, it's our $10 until we fail to vote out the cheater.
And it's your $5. Tom.
Okay, I'm going to take a guess here. I mean, I know what quid pro quo is, but I'm going to take a guess that the $8 answer is fortune favors the brave.
Yes, very good. It apparently does in this round. Fortune favors the bold or brave. Yes. Jared.
I have no guess on most of them, and I know what quid pro quo means, but I don't think I have the wording, so I'm going to roll over to Tom.
Back to Tom.
Okay, quid pro quo, something for something.
Exactly what I got. Something for something. Joe?
Yeah, I got nothing, and I don't have a rollover either.
Make something up.
Well, number 6 looks like it's Buono sounds like good, maybe. Do good.
Do good, which you did not. That is not correct. Sorry. Susan.
Qui totum vult, totum perdit means he who wants everything loses everything.
Absolutely right. $9.
I did
Go
the
over to the other ones
Duolingo
here.
Latin course.
Dictum factum is, of course, everybody dicks, baby. That's a fact.
What is
What is
said
said is
done.
done.
Who benefits?
Qui bono
Who
is
benefit?
How you doing?
good for whom or who benefits. Yeah. And this is the pen is mightier than the sword.
Okay.
In the bank at the end of that round, 91-95 are your totals for the round. Tom and Susan kind of carried you that round, but let's see how that goes going into the final round. Talk it out. Who do you think's the cheater? Don't make me take money at this point.
Come on, somebody accuse me.
I accuse Susan for
Good job.
knowing dead languages. What
Yes.
the hell?
It's just the one.
Okay, I withdraw my accusation.
No.
Dead language.
How do you say dead language in Latin?
Ed de engagele.
Lingua.
That's how cops say it.
Those two cops who know Latin. Yeah.
Think if
All
they
right.
filter them out from the academy, they're like, you know Latin? Psh, we're not investigating you. You'll quit. 5 minutes.
We need the 4 of you to please lock in your vote. Vote has been cast. Time to see who is not going to the standoff at the end of the game. Joe, we'll start with you. Who do you think the cheater is?
I said Tom.
One for Tom. Susan?
I said Joe.
Okay. Tom, who'd you say?
I said Susan because Jared said it was her, and then by the time he took it back, I'd already committed.
All right, so it all comes down to Jared's vote. Jared, who'd you say? Jared
No,
did
I
vote for himself, I assume.
just feel bad and said Tom.
2 for Tom, and he is out of the game. Voted out the person who made you a whole lot of money that round. Tom, we have to know, were you the cheater?
I was not the cheater.
Shocker, the lawyer knew some Latin. 45-93 in the bank, and when we come back on Lie, Cheat, and Steal, Jared, Joe, and Susan are going to stand off for all that money. Be right back. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 3 players left. It's time for our final round. If after this round the 2 honest players find the cheater, they will split that bank 50-50. If not, we cut it in half once more, lose another honest player, and it is up to the audience to vote. So, time to see if the cheater's going to get away with it. Jared, Joe, Susan. 3 players left. Time for the standoff. 45-93 in the bank right now. See how much more you can add to it with our final 2 questions. Name the first 10 non-proper 5-letter words that begin with QU in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Number 1 is the first alphabetically down to the 10th alphabetically. You're going to have 30 seconds to talk about it. And we'll go to Jared for his first answer. Go.
All right, I got quack,
Pork.
quart,
Qualm.
Quake. I feel like Quart might be off the chart here. Like QUA is probably.
You think you're all QUAs?
I think so.
Maybe, yeah.
Time. Okay, Jared, you're first.
Okay, trying to get a sense of the upper limit here. I will say Qualm.
Qualm. Number 9, 450. Joe.
Okay, I'll say Quark.
Quark. Not in the first 10, no. Susan.
Quail.
Quail is number 4. Jared.
Quake.
Quake is number 6, $3. Joe.
Quack.
Quack. Number 1, very first, 50 cents. And Susan.
I don't think it's going to be there. It's all I can think of. Quasi.
Quasi. No, it doesn't quite make it. Take a look at what did. Quads.
Oh,
Plural.
plural.
Quaff.
What is-
What the heck is a quate?
Quakey. Quail spelled like that. And
How do you know that's not what I meant?
Quant.
Oh, that's true.
I could have asked you to spell them, I suppose. All right. Final question of the night. Name these movies that share their name with Bruce Springsteen's songs. 1999, Kevin Spacey, Annette Bening, Thora Birch. 1973, Martin Sheen, Sissy Spacek, Warren Oates. 2008, Mickey Rourke, Marissa Tomei, Evan Rachel Wood. 2004, Ben Affleck, Liv Tyler, George Carlin. 1973, Elliot Gould, Nina Van Pallen, Sterling Hayden. 2013, Bruce Dern, Will Forte, June Squibb. 1980, Burt Lancaster, Susan Sarandon, Kate Reed. 1983, Peter Riegert, Burt Lancaster again, and Peter Capaldi. 1958, Robert Mitchum, Gene Barry, and Keely Smith. And 1967, Lee Marvin, Angie Dickinson, and Keenan Wynn. 30 seconds to talk about it, then we'll go to Joe for his first answer. Go.
American Beauty. 3's The Wrestler. 4's Jersey Girl. I don't know Bruce Springsteen songs.
I don't either. I know
Because
movies.
Bruce Stern, the 2013 one that's Nebraska.
That's the only other one I knew.
And the one with Susan Sarandon is Atlantic City. That's all I know.
Oh, good movie.
Can I just roll everything over to Tom for this round?
Oh, and I do know a lot of these. Unfortunately, you guys voted me out.
Yeah,
I didn't.
he's good. Sit on that for a while. Joe, you're first.
Yeah, I'll number 6, Nebraska.
Nebraska, yeah. Answer for the second round in a row, $6. Susan.
Number 7 is Atlantic City.
Yep, Atlantic City. Jared.
4, Jersey Girl.
Jersey Girl is correct.
Yeah,
And for the
Bruce
two
Springsteen.
pedantic people in our audience, yes, Tom Waits did it first. Joe, back to you.
The Wrestler, $3.
Yes, kind of a reverse example in that he wrote the theme song for the movie, but yes, The Wrestler. Susan.
Number 1, American Beauty.
American Beauty, yep. And Jared.
Number 10, Working in a Factory for Low Wages.
No, unfortunately. All right, Tom, do you know some of these?
I do.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know number 2.
Oh, okay. That's Badlands.
Okay. And I don't think I know that one either.
Okay. Do any of the others?
8, I definitely know.
Okay.
8 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Local Hero. I didn't know that there
Local
was
Hero.
a Springsteen song.
Yeah, underrated Springsteen song. 9
Number
or 10, they're pretty
9
tough.
is one of my favorite Springsteen songs. That's Thunder Road.
Thunder Road, yep.
10, I don't know.
Okay. 5 is The Long Goodbye.
Okay.
10 is Point Blank. Joe, Susan, Jared, in your final bank tonight. 76.93 are your totals for the game. Cheater's been cheating since round 3. Talk it out. Who do you think the cheater is?
I don't think. Which one of you is the cheater? Please tell us.
It's not me. How is it us again? This is terrible.
Not me. I feel like we were examples of people who usually get voted off early, and now we're all here in the end.
Look how far you've come.
High five, guys.
Probably a Latin phrase for that.
Or
Like
German.
it's dictum factum.
E pluribus unum.
God bless America. Oh, wait.
We came, we voted, we stayed.
There's a German phrase for when you get voted out early all the time, probably.
Anyone want to add anything before we vote?
Well, who is it?
Had 4 rounds to go off of. Joe, Susan, Jared, time to vote. Lock in your final vote. Welcome back to the final vote. Joe, Susan, and Jared have made it this far. They found a cheater after the second round, and a new person became a cheater. Haven't had any luck since. Time to see if they're going to win the final bank as we move on to the final standoff for 76.93. Whoever gets 2 votes is out of the game. Let's see who we voted for. Jared, start with you.
Vinny VD voted for Joe.
It's 1 for Joe, 1 more and he's out. Joe, who'd you say?
I voted for Jared.
Okay. Joe says Jared. Jared says Joe, and it all comes down to Susan's vote.
Joni loves
Susan,
chocolate.
who'd you say?
I said Joe.
That is 2 for Joe, and he has been eliminated from the game. Joe, it's the ultimate moment of truth for 76.93. Were you the cheater?
Yeah.
He was the cheater. Susan, Jared, nicely done. You won 76.93 to split evenly among you. Very impressive. That is 38.47 apiece. That's our game. They found the cheater, which means they've won the entire bank. That's how it works. That's lie, cheat, and steal. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations, Jared and Susan.
Good job.
Who's in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Is that a Chevy Chase?
Cindy,
No, Sidney
Poitier,
Poitier.
Spencer Tracy, Chevy Chase. Yeah, you know. Chevy Chase, famous for his movies about racial equality.
Yeah.
Songs
So I got
named.
an alert on my
Maybe.
phone today that Donald Trump had filed a $500 million suit against Michael Cohen.
Mhm.
So of course I had to read the complaint. And I'm sitting there and 2 things just came to me. Number one, he names himself as the plaintiff in the complaint as President Donald J. Trump. And number 2, with all the litigation that he's filed and all the litigation that he's been a defendant in, you would think that by now he would have learned about what discovery is all about and about the fact that if he's going to make all these claims and try to get $500 million, he's going to have to answer questions about his claims.
Well, it's not Discovery now, it's Max.
Been 50 years since I took Latin.
If you do the Duolingo
It hasn't
Latin
changed.
course,
Don't worry.
if you, if you do the Duolingo Latin course, you learn conversational Latin, which is really helpful for like, you know.
You want to have a chat with the Pope?
Exactly.
Could have talked to the demons in my ex-wife, but
Not a lot of new 2020s Latin slang.
Hey, Pope, you talked to the Dalai Lama lately? Everything good with him?
Oh my